This is my AER Travel Pack 3, and to get this out of the way up front, I bought this bag along with 2 other airbags with my own money. So this review is based on my own personal experience living out of this bag for a 2-week trip to Norway that I just got back from 2 days ago. The bag is still packed as it was when I left for the trip, so I will show you in real world use how this bag worked. Not like some reviews where, I don't know, you might put this here, you might put this here. This is how I actually use the bag. For over 10 years, my Osprey Nebula was my everything backpack. At 32 liters, it was a great carry-on alongside a suitcase, especially for international trips. But for domestic trips, when I didn't need quite as much, it was sometimes just a little bit too large. I looked at the AER packs for a long time, but their weight always held me back. I had this solo 2-week trip to Norway for my Wilderness First Responder Recert course coming up, and I decided to try a single bag travel experiment. I deep dived into the subreddits and YouTube looking for lighter options from other brands, but I kept coming back to AER because I couldn't find anything else that matched the level of organization. Even with the Travel Pack 4 out with some nice improvements, I preferred the admin pocket on the Travel Pack 3, so I committed and I bought 3 bags to figure out which was the best for me. My plan was and is to use the 28 liter for domestic travel and the 35 liter for international travel. This video is on the 35 liter X-Pac version and how it handled for 2 weeks in Norway. I'll cover the bag, what I actually packed in it, and how it went through 6 flights, 5 train rides, 3 bus rides, and 2 boat rides. Before we look at the layout, let's talk about the AER dilemma of which fabric do you choose? As I mentioned, I bought 3 versions of this bag. The 28 liter in both the blue Cordura and the X-Pac, and the 35 liter in the X-Pac. I didn't care for the crinkly look of the Ultra fabric, so I skipped that one altogether. I did weigh them, and the weights are consistent with what AER has on their website. The Cordura is my favorite of the fabrics because of the look and feel and the color to it, but because of the weight savings, I went with the X-Pac, which is still 3.9 pounds. When you look at the specs on paper, the weight difference between the different fabrics is small, but that changes when you face a hard limit. I was flying Lufthansa and they have an 8 kilogram or a 17.6 pound carry-on limit, and I'd heard that sometimes they'll weigh your bags, and if you're over, they'll charge you as high as a $175 fee. The bag empty already takes up 22% of that total allowance, so I went with the X-Pac over the Cordura so that I could give more ounces to my gear as opposed to the fabric of the bag. The irony though, although my bag was actually a little bit over the weight limit, Lufthansa didn't give it a second look when I boarded any of their flights. One of the things that I love about AER is their clean aesthetic. It is a massive step up from the gear explosion that this guy that I saw had going on at the train station. Even after shoving this bag into overhead bins and under bus seats for 2 weeks, the X-Pac fabric still looks brand new. And although I wasn't really concerned about getting caught in the rain with it, it is highly weather resistant along with the waterproof AquaGuard zippers. The harness system has 2 thickly padded shoulder straps with load lifters. There is a chest strap with a magnetic fidlock buckle there, and all of these have keepers, both shoulder straps and the chest strap, and this keeps the strap dangle to a minimum. The back has 2 thickly padded areas here with a center channel, and there is a strap here that you can use as a luggage pass-through. I tried the bag on at home, but really couldn't get a true sense of how comfortable it was going to be until I took some long walks through airports or from train stations to my hotels in various cities. The load lifters really do make a huge difference in comfort by pulling the weight of the bag closer to your body. When you put the bag down though, the straps are going to be sticking out. You just have to undo the load lifters by pulling up here, and then the straps will lie flat. Now, as I go through this bag, you'll see a recurring theme of over-engineering. Take the compression straps with the magnetic fidlock buckles. I know everyone uses their bags differently, but since I was single bagging it, my bag was fully packed. I didn't need these at all. And since I was counting ounces, there are 4 of these, and they just add some unnecessary weight to the bag. And maybe part of that is why AER removed them on the Travel Pack 4, although I know some people actually do like them. You see it again on the other side with the water bottle pocket. It lies flat here, there's a zipper, you unzip it, it opens up. It worked well. I carried water bottles several times on my trip, but again, it's maybe just a little bit too much. This fabric weighs some, the zipper weighs some. The Travel Pack 4, it is improved and simplified to, I think, just some stretchy material. There's a D-ring on the left side, and I did put a small hero clip here that I brought with me in case I ever needed to hang the bag from something. I never used it, but it is nice and tucked away there on the side of the bag. Speaking of hanging it, the bag does have handles on all 4 sides. One on top, one on each side, and one on the bottom. The top handle is very well padded. The side handles are padded, just slightly less so, and the bottom one is not padded at all, which I think helps it sit flat on the ground. The side handles are all the way at the back of the pack, which can make it just a little bit awkward maneuvering it around. I would prefer they be in the middle, which really wouldn't work because of this. And you can use them to carry the bag in a briefcase style, which I guess would not work if they were up higher on the bag as they are on the Travel Pack 4. The AquaGuard zippers are stiff at first, but they did break in pretty well over 2 weeks. Oh, a simple mod I did make is I changed out some of the zipper pulls from the ones that come on the bag from AER. They were just a little bit long and dangly, so I got these off Amazon, and I thought because they had kind of this spot for your finger here, if I needed to pull the heavier zippers, it was gonna be a little bit easier. I'll put a link in the description if you wanna pick up some of these. They're super easy to put on. Again, a small change, but hey, what do you know? AER improved the zipper pulls on the Travel Pack 4. The zippers are lockable, but if you want to lock all 3 zippers, you're going to need 2 travel locks. You can get the front 2 pockets here, but then the rear pocket, you're going to need a second travel lock. The bag, for the most part, will sit upright if you pack it right. I did have a few times where it tilted forward. Looking at the rest of the pockets on the outside now, on this side, there is a pocket right here, and a recurring theme of the pockets is that sort of they all tend to share the same space. So if you put big stuff in some of them, it encroaches on the space of another pocket. This side pocket here is a flat pocket, and it uses some of the space of the inside, but you really couldn't fit much in here. Stuff that you could put in here, your passport would fit well in there. Personally, for me, international travel, my passport is always in my pocket, so I know where it is, but you could put it there. I also put a boarding pass in here once when I had a printed boarding pass for one flight. On the top here in the back is what would be a lot of times termed the sunglass pocket. Zipper here on the inside, it is soft and padded. I put my travel charger in there and my travel lock, and occasionally I would put my charging cable in there. It's a good quick access pocket. Now the front of the bag, the lower pocket here, it is pretty flat. Again, it uses, as I'll show you when I open the admin pocket, it uses the same space, so you can't fit a whole lot in this pocket, especially depending on what you have on the inside. This pocket does blouse out a little bit here, but again, it just, there's not a lot of room for depth in there. So I carried my laundry stuff in here, a trash bag that I thought I would put dirty clothes in, although I didn't. And then because I planned to do clothes several times, I got some laundry sheets and some dryer sheets that I put in there. Otherwise, that was all I put in that pocket. And the selling point of this bag, selling feature for me, was this admin pocket. I love that it had so much organization compared to the Travel Pack 4, and that's why I got this bag. The orange interior, I like. I know some people don't love it. I like the contrast with it. And this admin pocket goes all the way down to the bottom of the bag. So again, as I mentioned, if you're putting something down here, it's going to take up the space for this front pocket. So I really couldn't put much in here. Stuff I had in here on this side, I put my travel adapter. I would plug this in, and these newer adapters have USB-C ports on them, USB-C, USB-A. So if you still have the old school travel adapters, get one of these new ones, because I would just plug my USB-C cable right into here. On the other lower side, this is a wireless Bluetooth adapter for using your AirPods for the movies on the plane. That's all I had in there. Up here, there's a mesh pocket. I had some hand sanitizer and some mints. There's a pocket right behind that, and I had my charging cable for my Garmin watch. Over on this side, USB-C cable and a small regular anchor adapter that I would use when I was in the place with regular plugs, like the airports and the plane. And then behind that, there is a zippered pocket that I did not use at all. It goes down to here. And then behind that, another pocket that goes all the way down to here. Another big pocket. In that, I put my travel drugs. I always get some antibiotics and vitamins, nausea medicine, Tylenol, naproxen to take on trips. And I got this little small pill organizer. And then also I had some Allegra D. So again, if you put anything big in this back pocket here, it's just going to take up the space up into here. Now moving on to the main pocket, and this is where I think my most challenge was with my first single bag travel. A lot of what you pack in here depends on how averse you are to wearing not the cleanest clothes. I know some people will travel with like 2 pairs of pants and 2 shirts for a 2-week trip. That's not me. So this unzips all the way around. Oh look, more pockets. Up here, there is a zippered pocket, and in here, I put my hat and gloves that I wore a bunch for the course because it was cold in Norway. And there's another pocket here on the side, another zipper. And again, once again, this pocket takes the same space as the interior space, takes some of the pocket of the outside. I did put some clothes in here for when I took a shower in Frankfurt on the way there. I thought I'd have easy access to them, but otherwise I just didn't really use this pocket. And as I mentioned before, I think this could be simplified by getting rid of this because this adds this whole fabric panel and the zipper, and that's got to add maybe a couple ounces, I'm guessing. So I think that could be simplified. On the inside of the bag, I use packing cubes. I put my bathroom kit down at the bottom here, and then I have 2 small Eagle Creek packing cubes, one for socks, one for underwear, and then 2 medium Eagle Creek packing cubes that I put pants in one and shirts in the other one. And these take up perfectly the size of the bag, and then as you can see, leave a little bit of depth here for putting some more stuff on top of that. And this was pretty much totally full other than just a little bit of leftover space. And there was some stuff that I would have liked to have brought. This is where you have to make sacrifices for single bag traveling. I didn't bring a raincoat, I didn't bring a hat, I didn't bring sunglasses. Would have been nice, but I was just worried about the space. Going further down here, I got this GoNex packable backpack. It does pack into itself, into a little ball here, but I put it flat in the bottom of the bag and it took up 0 space. I use this bag to take to class, so I didn't have to carry this to the class or any time else that I needed just a small backpack to take some stuff. Oh look, more pockets. There's another pocket over here. I didn't use this one either, but there's another flat pocket there. And then this here is the inside of the sunglass pocket up here. And then behind it is a spot for a tracker. And I did put a tracker in here in case my bag somehow got lost. In the rear of the bag is the laptop sleeve area. Zippers here, and there are several pockets in here. There's one up here with the zipper that I put the printed version of my travel itinerary in. And then farther down in here, there are 2 pockets. There's one for your laptop, or in this case, my tablet, and it doesn't go all the way to the bottom, so it's not going to kind of touch the ground or hit the ground when you put your bag down. I also had a small notebook that I took for the class. And then in the other pocket in here, I got these Fit Kicks. The class, you couldn't wear shoes inside, and I didn't want to just wear socks, so I found these on Amazon. They are super small, as you can see. They have a rubber sole, and I wore these a ton. I wore these for the class, I wore them at the hotel, I wore them on the long 8-hour flights, I wore them on my long 8-hour train rides. I'll put links to these too if you want to check a pair of those out. The organization of the bag is amazing. Yes, it's over-engineered, and yes, it's heavy for its size, and there are some things that could be removed to save some weight, but the weight does carry really well with their harness system. The X-Pac fabric is super durable and looks just as good now as it did the day it arrived. As I mentioned, one bag travel does require some sacrifices, but overall, I think my experiment was a success. I know the tactical office black is Air's signature look, but some more color options aside from like this dark navy would be great. And while I am happy with the Travel Pack 3 for now, I am still curious to see if the improvements on the Travel Pack 4 are worth the trade-off in the organization. So maybe down the road, I will pick up one of those and do a side-by-side comparison. Let me know in the comments if you've made the jump to the Travel Pack 4 and what you think about it, or if you're gonna stick with the Travel Pack 3. Finally though, now that I'm done with this video, I can unpack it for real and do some laundry. Appreciate you watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.